Welcome back to the Monk Hunter for my final word on the tournament. And here are the secrets. How are they doing it? How are those guys getting those top scores? It doesn't make sense. Well, obviously they have a skill. Here's my run of 75,000, which puts me at number 36 on the bow. And this also works the same for the crossbow. So here they are. They're obviously very good at it. Silver-Tongued Devil talked about this in his interview. He spoke about speed. And there is only one way to get massive speed in this game, and that is through constant teleporting. Even the glide won't do it for you. So always teleport to the muggle. Get in quick, get in fast. The other important thing to notice a little later in this demo is a Jonathan Jimbo thing, is how you'll need to use, oh, that's a big one. If you're lucky enough to get Cupid, it takes the bats out, and they are annoying. So if you get a Cupid's arrow, by all means, get her done. Get it and use it on the bats. So once again, teleporting quickly is your number one skill. This is going to get you the most points because it's all about speed. The other thing I was just mentioning that Jonathan Jimbo does is he uses a time freeze. So this is something to use really carefully, and bye-bye bats, because it is still counting the game counter even when you use time freeze. So use it very quickly and use it judiciously, as they say. But sometimes when you're in a bit of a melee where you've got 4 or 5 around you, that time freeze is going to give you the time you need to basically make the next decision and the next shot. So once again, using teleport to move about quickly, and then later on we will use our time freeze, especially in Desolation 2 is where they get a little tougher, where you're going to have to use double shots to the head, especially on these knights. Okay, so that's it. You know, like a magic trick, when you don't know how it's done, you're mystified. And then you find out how it's done and you're not so mystified, but you still appreciate the skill that's involved even when you know how. So once again, your number one tip is you need to teleport constantly and teleport up to the muggles, get in tight, get in close, finish them off. And then in conjunction with your teleporting, you also need to make sure that you're using the time freeze to give you an opportunity to kill these muggles. And a third and also really important tip that takes a lot more time to work on, and this is what Jonathan Jimbo has done so well, is really memorizing the maps, because there actually is a sequence to these muggles. And once you figure that sequence out, you rinse and repeat over and over and do it quickly. So the great thing about the tournament also is it's teaching you some new skills to take into the game. This teleport speed skill comes in handy in many times in regular play. And and it's just a lot of fun. And it's also pushing your cognitive abilities. So I've said this before too, this is often like a puzzle, and you're trying to figure out the puzzle as you go along. So there you saw the time freeze. Okay, so practice those two things especially. The teleport for speed, the time freeze to slow down the action so you can look around and concentrate. And then if you have time in the next couple days before the tournament ends, really get in there and memorize the maps. And oh yeah, you gotta love Cupid. All right, keep on keeping on. Again, this was my 75,000 point run using these techniques, and I even popped into the depository, religatory, I don't know what they call it, you know, where you get your stuff, to pick up a quiver, because I love Cupid's Wrath so much when it comes to getting rid of those pesky little bats. Thanks for watching again. Get some high scores, or as high as you can, and keep on keeping on.